Good afternoon. So good afternoon. It's a happy Friday. I better plug my Mac in before we die. We don't want to do that. So there we go. We're plugged in. Big Lock says making a cuppa. I was making a cuppa actually. A nice cup of tea. Can't beat a cup of tea. I prefer tea over coffee. So there we go. Anyway, it is a good Friday. It is a very good Friday. Unai Emery has told Mustafi and Elneny to get out the club basically and go and find a new club. Something that I thought that Stephen Mustafi ever since he's got here, and Elneny, well, he never plays him, so we knew he didn't fancy him. The only problem is nobody's really come in for him. Mustafi they have. Roma, there's loads of teams in for Mustafi, but they want to do it on a loan deal. I think Roma, AC Milan, Sampdoria, Lazio, Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, they've all sort of shown an interest in Mustafi, which is kind of funny, really, because it's when you're an Arsenal fan and you've watched him over the years, you just sit there and think, what's anyone seen in this guy? What did we see in him, more importantly? Why did we spend £35 million on him in the first place? I don't get it. I just don't get it at all. And it's coming to an end, so I'm over the moon with that, if I'm being completely honest. And it's more than likely just going to be a loan move with an option to buy at the end of it, around 18 million, 20 million pounds. If we can get that sort of money for him, that's ridiculous. To get half of the money back that we've spent would be pretty decent, if I'm being honest. And it's a changing of the guard now. We've got a proper setup, we've got a proper manager or coach, whatever you want to call him. And he's making big decisions, and that is a big decision. We spent a lot of money on the guy. When you total it all up with wages as well, it's just astronomical how much money we've spent on him. And hopefully we will not be seeing anything like that ever happen again on a player like that, of that ability and that quality, because let's be real, he is one of the worst centre-backs we've had for a very, very long time. And we've had some bad centre-backs over the years, but he ranks right up there with the worst of them. So I'm over the moon that he's going to be going. Elneny hasn't really done anything wrong, if I'm being honest. He is what he is. He's just an average footballer that costs £5 million. And it's just, when Elneny plays, everyone gets on his back and starts mugging him off, right? But he does what he's supposed to do, if that makes sense. We brought him just to keep the ball and pass sideways and backwards and just tick it over. That's what he does when he's in the team. So I don't get any real hate for him, or I don't sit there listen, he's just crap. We know this, hence why he hasn't played hardly any games. But I don't think that he does anything wrong necessarily. It's not like he's making error after error after error. He keeps the ball. His passing is pretty decent, if I'm being honest. It's just the fact that he can't pass forward and he can't spot a runner. So he just keeps it safe and passes sideways and backwards. So yeah, if we can get any sort of money for him, I think that's a miracle, because we paid about £5 million, roughly. If anybody is prepared to pay £1 million for him, take it immediately. That's what I would say. And we'd have had a result if that's the case, because listen, we need to get rid of a lot of these players out of the club. These two are the start, having got rid of some in the summer as well, earlier in the summer, with Czech and Welbeck and all them going on freeze, Ramsey as well. But yeah, it's now a case of, right, we've got them out of the club. They've gone, and that was a massive cock up for the Ramsey one in terms of not getting any money for him. But now what we have to do is try and move forward and get out the ones that are no good in terms of ever having a career at this football club. Mustafi, Elneny, Mickey, Monreal now. I'd get rid of him as well. Mesut Ozil, Granit Xhaka, again, another one for me. And they're the ones that we've got to be actively looking to get out in the next 12 months. By this time next year, I don't want any of them here. And I want us to have a proper set team with Kolasinac's another one. Thank you, Cass. Kolasinac, again, not good enough. And if we want to act like a big club, and we're starting to do that, then we need to make big decisions. And you get rid of these players. Granit Xhaka is not going to win us a title. It's as simple as that. Our front three might win us a title. So you never know. You never know. The defence we've got is not great. Obviously, we've got Saliba coming in the summer. We've got Tierney. We've got Bellerin to come back. Go and buy one more big name in the summer or January, an Upper Mancano, somebody like that. I think that defence is then definitely good enough. The goalkeeper, I think, is good enough. The midfield, for me, it's not strong enough. We've got options there now, don't get me wrong, but it still ain't strong enough. It's not going to elevate us up to title challenges. It's just not going to happen when you've got so many weak players that are in that midfield. So for me, the next thing we have to do is get rid of them players and replace them with proper players that can lift us up the table and help us go on and kick on and win a title. And it's not going to be easy to do that. And it's not going to be cheap to do that either. So we just got to grin and bear it and hope for the best right now and hope that this set of players that we've got that are going to be here can actually do the job in getting us into the top four. But we shall see. Anyway, I'm going to read some of your comments out in a minute. I'm going to read some of these out. Give me 1 second. I know it's early, but Ceballos should have had an obligation to buy, says Giannis. Small afternoon to you, mate. Well, I don't think we would have got him if that was the case, because I don't think they wanted to give us him with an option or an obligation to buy. So we're gonna see how good he is. Listen, he started off wicked. That performance against Burnley the other day was mad. That was absolutely mad, and that's against a team that are going to try and kick you up in the air, left, right, and centre, and try and make it physical. And he stood up to that, which is saying that I didn't think he could do. So, you know, when we go up against the better teams in terms of better performing teams, they play better football and stuff like that. He's gonna shine, I think. And the only downside to it is if he has a fantastic season, they're gonna want him back. But we need him to have a fantastic season to push us up the table. So there we go. Top YouTuber, love your streams, mate. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that, mate. Kind words. Big up the moderators in the chat. Big up yourself, DJ. Did you rate Gjorgjievski? Thank you for your donation as well, Taib. I didn't miss it. I did see it, mate. So thank you for that. Did I rate Gjorgjievski? Do you know what? He had a mad season where he just banging goals in for fun. He was an all right player, but I don't know, man. He had a massive ego. Do you know who he reminded me of? He weren't as good as Anelka, but his attitude was up there with Anelka's, man. Proper rated himself. Love your content. Keep it up. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate that. Would you take Zagadou, says Belua? No, I don't think I would, mate. I don't think he's good enough. He got spun inside out quite a few times last season. Did you see the video on Channel Stadium Premier League that they think Pepe doesn't fit Arsenal's team and they say he's not worth 72? No, I haven't seen it. And I'll be honest with you, mate. They're chatting out their backside. Great content as usual. Thank you, Elliot. Appreciate that. Do you think 3 years we could challenge with young players like Willett Growing and Guendouzi? Thanks for your question, Matt. Do you know what? I think less than 3 years. We do this season. We ship out a few more by the end of the window, which is the 2nd of September to get players out of the club. We then go and replace them in January. And then we get rid of another load of dead weight in the summer and go and replace with better players. That season, I then expect us to be challenging. Whether we can win it or not remains to be seen. Listen, Man City are just ridiculously good. They are ridiculously good, mate. And Liverpool, I'm shocked they never went and bought anyone. They badly needed a creative sort of Ceballos type player in midfield. So I'm shocked they never done that. But they're still a mad team. What do you watch on YouTube? I love PewDiePie. I can't lie, man. That geezer is absolutely funny as fuck. I love him. I love him to bits. And I don't even like Minecraft, yeah? And he's been playing. He just makes it funny. His voices, the way he names things. I think he's brilliant, and that's exactly the reason why he's not far off of 100 million subscribers. It's mad. I've literally watched every single video of his for years. I also watch. What else do I watch? There's a guy called Reyes, the entrepreneur. I quite like him. He's quite good, and it's just like showing you how to make money from different things and stuff like that. He's good. Joe Rogan, listen to watch his podcasts. True Geordie. That's probably a sore subject this week, if I'm being honest. Who else do I watch? United Stand. I think Goldbridge is hilarious. Who else do I watch? Supercar Blondie. I watch her. Don't know, man. I watch quite a bit actually. I watch quite a bit. Morning Lee thoughts on Talk Sports comments that Ceballos is overrated. I did see the ginger warrior Durham. He rates himself as well, doesn't he? Jesus Christ. I did see him going in about, oh yeah, they want him to have a statue outside. Listen, mate, ignore him. Just ignore him. I used to listen to that station, yeah, all the time, and it just got boring. It was the same Arsenal bashing every day, yeah. And the only ones on that station I actually listen to, there's two actually. I listen to Hawksby and Jacobs, and I listen to Andy Goldstein and Jason Cundy. Other than that, I don't listen to any of them because I don't think any of them are any good. I just think it's the same boring people on there all the time. Same faces that they get on as guests and stuff like that. Nah, not for me, mate. So yeah, just ignore him, mate. Goldbridge is pure entertainment, mate. He is so funny. People don't even understand, mate. Yeah, I don't even think he realizes how funny he is himself, which makes it even funnier. Do you think Ceballos will play well away from home? Big up yourself, Tokyo Guna. I do actually. Depends because when we go and play against the bigger teams, they're going to dominate possession. So that's when you've got to say, right, hang on, is he up for it? Is he up for chasing around? Obviously, at home, he had most of the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I think it depends. It depends. Against the bigger teams, it'd be interesting to see if he can. But the rest of them, no problem for me. What do you think again, Doozy? Says Gunner. I think he's underrated. I think a lot of Arsenal fans cuss him for no apparent reason. Maybe that's because he keeps their star boy out of the team every now and again. So I don't know, but I think he's massively underrated. I think he needs to bulk up a little bit in terms of physicality. Maybe a little bit better off the ball with tracking runners. But he started really well this season, both games. How long do you think Leno will stay at Arsenal for? I think he'll be quite a long time, mate, if I'm being honest. I think he's started his Arsenal career really well as well. He's had a couple of mistakes, but every goalkeeper's mistake gets highlighted, doesn't it? But some of the saves, I mean, even the one at the weekend from Burnley, I think it was offside in the end. That just reaction save where he just put his hand up and he was going the wrong way. That was a mad save. The one against Tottenham, ridiculous. That was save of the season, man. That was just a joke how he saved that. So hopefully he's going to be here for a while. I swear to God, every day. But yeah, listen, I'm going to wrap this up. I will be back at 5 o'clock. Keep your eyes peeled for that. And then at 9 o'clock, I'll be dropping the preview as well. So send the notification bell on, subscribe if you're new, stick a thumbs up on this video. I'm going to leave it 30 more seconds so you can all go and do that. There's only 86, 87 now, and nearly 500 of you watching live. So please all go and quickly like the video before you leave. That does get the content out there to others and hence grows the channel. Yeah, let's try and smash that up to 150 if we can. I'd appreciate it. It's on 109. Go on, keep going, baby. I love you, Lee. Thank you, Dion. I do like to hear kind comments, so thank you. Yeah, I'll bring the Potter glasses back later. They're sat on my desk. 126. That's cool. Right, listen, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you very much to everybody who's took part, watched, commented, dropped a few quid. Thank you. I do genuinely appreciate it. And I will be back at 5. Notification bells on. Laters, peeps.